Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is going to do One Piece episode 541 review. Now, the thing is, for this episode of One Piece, I'm going to deviate a little. See, I'm going to go backtrack to episode 540 because I did not do a review on 540. So I'm going to do a brief summary of 540. 540 is basically the introduction of major characters like Queen Orihime, Fisher Tiger, Young Arlong, Young Jinbei, and I believe it's going to be the kid versions of Hody Jones and his crew. Now, the thing is that the few key points of this episode are: 1, Orihime has observation haki. How strong it is, I'm not too sure. But what I do know is that she was able to dodge those bullets fairly easily for a woman who has a very frail body. You know, she's not powerful. She's just a pampered royal woman. However, she's very frail, but she understands the plight and understands the nature of the people who live on the island and the plight of fishermen and humans. That's number 1. Number 2 is the introduction of Fisher Tiger. He was on a journey, quote-unquote a journey. He came back, and he talks to King Neptune about how he wants to go and free the slaves of the Holy Land. And the thing is that during this moment, he expresses, well, King Neptune asks, why do you want to go free the slaves? And then he says, simply, humans. And during that moment, Orihime starts crying. And the reason why is because she can feel the anger. She can feel the sadness that's resonating from Fisher Tiger. And because of that, she starts crying and she understands the emotions. Basically, her observation haki is strong enough to sense emotions. And also predict, you know, a few moves ahead. And in my opinion, that's around the same level as Kobe when he first unlocked his haki. And if you remember, Kobe, during the Marineford War, once he unlocked his haki, he was able to feel the emotions of those around him. He was able to feel their essence fade away when they were dying. He was able to feel the anger and the sadness and the fear. So, sensing emotions is, I'm not gonna say that it's like a low level of haki. I'm gonna say it's like a decent level of haki. And the reason I'm saying decent is because Cody, I'm gonna say decent because the reason why is because Kobe is an individual who has trained his body and has honed his skills as a marine. Orihime is a queen who has a frail body and she's royalty. So right there are two key differences between Kobe and Orihime. Where she could have unlocked haki long ago, she wasn't trained in any combat skills that I know of, as opposed to where Kobe has spent a long time training his skills. Now, obviously, in my opinion, and I know for a fact, there are higher levels of haki. Haki can be as strong as you need to be. The thing is that, obviously, because the way it is that, look, in One Piece, what I'm trying to say here, people, is basically this. Goldie Roger was said to have the ability to hear everything. To hear everything. Man, what is that? Shanks had haki so strong. He had king conquering haki so strong where he was able to damage the structure around him when he walked on Whitebeard's ship. Just by being there. His essence is damaging structures. That's haki. That's haki, people. So yeah, I'm gonna say that her haki is like somewhat decent. Now for today's episode of One Piece, episode 541, a few key points. All right. The first key point is gonna be the first fight between, or the first known fight between the Marines, the rear guard, the rear admiral of G2, and the Sun Pirates. And during this skirmish, what happens is that Arlong and Jinbei, they are very vicious. I mean, Jinbei, his fist has blood on it, on his knuckles. He's beating up all these humans. Arlong kills someone, you know, and well, Fisher Tiger takes the opposite route. He takes the more, I'm gonna kick your ass, but I'm not gonna kill you. And the reason why he does this is because he wants to prove that fishermen are better than humans. He wants to prove that we can step above these humans and we don't have to go and kill them in order to prove a point. And the thing is that he spares the Rear Admiral, and however, Arlong, you know, he's carrying his sword. I forgot what his sword's name is called, but it's a really beastly name. And there's one Marine, he kicks him through the door, and Arlong, takes the sword, is like, yeah. I was like, Arlong, you motherfucker. Arlong, yo, I like Arlong. I mean, Arlong is a messed up guy, but I like him because I can understand where he's coming from. I can understand that his life wasn't actually... I can understand that his life wasn't the greatest life, and his situation, he had to be the way he is in order to accommodate for his situation on Fishman Island and for him being a pirate and the humans and so on and so forth. I can understand. Now, what I do want to say is that Fisher Tiger, he scolds him, and this to me is key in this flashback. Fisher Tiger, he scolds Arlong for killing the human, and he tells Jinbei and Arlong that we cannot kill the humans because we need to prove ourselves to be superior to the humans, and one of those ways is to be sparing. We can save their lives, or we don't have to, again, we don't have to prove a point by killing them. However, when Jinbei was talking to him at night about Queen Otohime and how her way of doing things was right, the thing is that he says that even though her way is the correct way, I cannot do that because I have this inner demon. He has this inner demon that is preventing him from going about the peace-loving route, which is why he takes the more violent route. The next key point is going to be Kizaru. Kizaru is basically there. He's a vice admiral, a few years younger than he is now. Maybe, what, 16, I think? 16? No, 13 years. And the thing is that Kizaru, wearing all black, complete opposite from what he is today. Today, he's the yellow monkey, wearing a combination of the yellow and white stripes with the shirt. But Kizaru's wearing, like, a black mafioso hat. And then he has the combination of black and shades of gray on his shirt. So I mean, Kizaru, complete change, but that's kind of cool. I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. I'm just saying I liked it. All right. I mean, look, Aokiji. He was wearing like some weird black thing when he was like younger, like some weird black suit. I was like, what the hell? So, that being said, that's key point number 2. Number 3 is gonna be Otohime. Because there is a miniature 3-year time skip during the flashback, and during this flashback we can see that Otohime is struggling. Okay, well, what we start to notice here is that people are now trending towards the side of Fisher Tiger. They start to respect him for the fact that he saved the slaves in the Holy Land, and they respect him for the fact that he is he's above the sea, and him and his crew are being very successful. They got bounties. Fisher Tiger is 230 million berry, which is, you know, that's high. Jinbei started at 76. You know, I'm saying this right now. Sanji started at a higher bounty. I'm saying it right now, people. Right now. Actually, Robin too. But, you know, Robin was for an obvious reason. Not because of her power, because of her knowledge. But what I do want to say after that is that we see how Otohime is struggling. She starts to grab people. She starts to say, you know, like, sign the signature, sign the signature, sign the signature. She's a lot more forceful. And the reason why she's a lot more forceful is because her way of peace is losing out to the way of Fisher Tiger and the way of violence. She sees that all her work that she's put into this, she sees it slipping away because people are agreeing with more with Fisher Tiger than her. And that's why she's trying to hold on to her way of, you know, peace through talking and negotiation. That's the last, that's the third key point. And the final key point is going to be, I believe her name is Koala. Yeah, like Koala. Yeah. That's her name. Basically, after 3 years, after 3 years of the creation of the Sun Pirates, they wind up going to this specific island. And this island has a bunch of people that were once slaves of the Holy Land. And what happens is that they meet this girl named Koala. And basically she was once a slave just like them. And the older guys ask the Sun Pirates to take them to her homeland, and they agree. And what happens here is that she is mentally ill. She's mentally unstructured. She basically feels the need to, you know what? Yeah, you know, she cut off all her emotions. That's the more appropriate term. Because she's smiling all the time. She gets punched by Arlong. She's still smiling. She's bleeding, and then she wipes up all the blood off the floor. And we can see that her mental structure is very unstable, and well, not unstable, but it's kind of warped. You know, yeah, screw it. She cut off all emotions. All right. Fisher Tiger, he sees this, and in light of this, he decides to brand her with the emblem, with the branding of the Sun Pirates. And the reason why is because she is afraid of this emblem. She is living in fear because she is, or she once was, a slave of the Tenryubito. And once you take away that emblem, that fear can also be taken away. So the moment she wakes up, he shows her that we're not going to hurt you. We're here to help you. Even though we are fishermen, we are here to help you get back to your home so you can lead a normal life. And he takes the gun he has and throws it in the water. And then she starts crying, she starts bawling because I don't know how long of her life she's been a slave, but that period of time changed her completely. And now that she can start crying, now that she realizes that these fishermen are actually good people, that sense of danger is no longer there for her. And that's it. So, in my opinion, these 2 episodes of One Piece were pretty damn good, in my opinion. The reason why is because it's going at a very nice rate. By the way, if you notice, in the episodes of One Piece, Luffy, like, he's just because they keep on going back to Luffy and the crew. Luffy's just there, and his legs are folded. We don't see his eyes, but we see his mouth, you know. And all I'm gonna say, people, is this, all right? If Luffy was sleeping, he would be sprawled out, nose bubble, and he would be completely gone. But since he's meditating, and since he's, you know, nose bubble, like no nose bubble, I'm just saying. The other thing I do notice is that in the flashback, okay, the flashback is actually taking, in my opinion, it's actually going by a lot quicker than I thought it would. Because at this point, it should be, I'm going to say, 1 more episode until the first moment. And then after that, there should be another 2 to 3 episodes after. Yeah, so after that, there should be another 2 to 3 episodes until the second moment. That's what I feel should be. But ultimately speaking, it was pretty damn good, in my opinion. People, I did notice how at the beginning of the episode, when they said the title name of this episode is very awkward. It's like Kizaru appears, a trap to catch Tiger, which is completely different from what happened in the episode. Kizaru does appear, but the trap to catch Tiger part, that's kind of revealing towards what's going to happen next week. No, correction. Actually, no. 2 weeks from now. So, but that being said, it was still good, alright? The title was a little screw up, in my opinion, but still good. Still good episode this week, and 540 was pretty good too. Next week is going to be a special between One Piece and Toriko again, which in my opinion, I'm all for it because I love Toriko. Toriko is my shit. Okay, I don't care what no one says. All right, I'm going to review that special. I will, since I have read Toriko and One Piece. I am up to date in both Toriko and One Piece, and I love them both. So obviously, I'm gonna review the collab episode. So check out the link down below for the preview of the collab episode next week. After that week is going to be the continuation of the flashback. And I'll see you guys later. King of Lightning, a damn long review. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.